Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tasya Sintiya. In here I will presentation about student-centered learning versus teacher-centered learning. Okay. Learning strategies are generally divided into two, namely student-centered learning and teacher-centered learning. Okay, A. Student-centered learning is a student-centered strategy which students are required to be active in the learning process of seeking information, digging information, and concocting subject matter. B. Teacher-centered learning is a strategy in which very learning that takes place in directly controlled by the teacher but during practice and at the time of material distribution. The next slide is teacher-centered learning. Teacher-centered learning has the following characteristic. A. Take an approach. Teacher-centered, that is, the teacher must become centered in learning. B. Students are placed as learning object. Students are considered as an organism passive as a receiver information provide teacher. C. Learning activities happen at a time and place certain. Students only learn when there is a class that has been decided in that way as a place to learn. The main purpose of teaching is mastery of the material lesson. Success the teaching process is measured from the extent to which the student can master the subject matter delivered by the teacher. The next slide is student-centered learning has the following characteristic. A. Student learn well individually or in groups to build knowledge. B. The teacher is more rule-free and guides on the side rather than as a mentor in the center. C. Students are not just competent in the field of science but competent in study. D. Learning becomes an activity facilitated community by the teacher who is capable manage learning to be oriented towards student. A. Learning is more meaningful as to study throughout lifelong learning, a skill that is needed in life daily. F. Learning includes managing take advantage of the technology available. The purpose of this learning is that students can feel that each learning process is completely theirs so that they will not feel bored while learning. The last slide. Both strategies have their respective advantages and disadvantages. TCL theoretically has the advantages that the material can be delivered by the teacher clearly and in detail according to the ability of the teacher. Class condition come because it is fully held by the teacher, but the disadvantages of TCL are students often feel bored and the knowledge gain does not develop so as if it was a hereditary science. As for SCL in theory has the advantage that students can actively explore knowledge, explore and formulate the material obtained. But the drawback of SCL is that students become active, so the class becomes noisy and demands more extra teachers control class conditions. Okay, I think it's enough and thank you. And the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.